Hello everybody, welcome to the very first of the new season here for Lions Pride. Danny Daniels, and we'll start the program, start the season off with Nathan Harrell, who coaches women's soccer here at Emmanuel. Throughout the fall and winter months we'll have different coaches and athletes for you. But Nate, first of all, thanks for coming out with us, and let's talk soccer.
Yes, sir.
Let's go back and review a little bit for last year. You had a pretty good season.
Yes, we did. We finished fifth in the conference, which was one of our goals, to make it to the postseason play within the first year of being eligible to do so. Unfortunately, we lost in that opening round, but I feel like we had a younger team. We did have a solid group of seniors that graduated, but I think it was a good experience for the girls that we carried into the spring, and hopefully it'll be a good experience for the test that we have this year with some of the teams that we're playing both in and out of conference.
Well, that half a day's ride up to Chowan had to be fun.
Yeah, it was. It's long. Yeah, it's one of those trips where we get a hotel the night before.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're getting out of class probably on Friday afternoons, and then heading up there. And it's an all day event for the game, and then the ride back, and even probably getting back into the early morning hours as well.
Is that in North Carolina?
Just barely. It's almost in Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we were at the opposite ends of the conference from each other.
All right. Finished 7-7-1 overall, 6-4 in the conference, and that had to be pleasing to you.
Yeah, it was. It was nice to see that progression, take that next step. Since we've gotten here, we've been able to increase each year where we finished, which is, of course, the results that we want. It is result-based industry that we're in, so we do want those results, but at the same rate, I thought that the team progressed individually, but also as a collective group. So we're excited to see what our upperclassmen are able to kind of pass down to the incoming class this year as well.
Let's talk about personnel, some of your top players returning.
Yes, yeah, we had 4 all-conference players last year. 1 graduated and 3 are returning. So we're excited about that, and the expectation is to add some more this year. Some of the girls that are returning have progressed a good bit, and the spring is nice because we don't have 2 games a week and we're not traveling, so we can kind of go into more detail and more specific with the individuals. So it's nice to see them progress, and then I feel like some of the incoming players have the potential to really make an impact as well.
Am I putting you on the spot too much to mention some names?
No.
Okay. Who you got coming back?
Hannah Logue is one of our forward attacking players. She was all conference last year. She was one of the leading goal scorers in the conference. And then Lindsay Lee is another attacking player. She was just up there with Hannah in regards to the production on the field, both scoring and with assist. And then another all-conference player that's returning is Mariah Logue, which Hannah and Mariah are sisters. So Mariah is one of our center mid players, but then we have some seniors that should make a pretty big impact as well. We have Hannah Welch, who is coming back as our goalkeeper to help kind of just have that senior leadership and organize and kind of have that sense of security in the back. And then we also have Sam Hedges, which she was our first recruit 4 years ago. So it's exciting to see those girls progress and have those opportunities to be leaders as well.
These girls play summer league soccer anywhere?
Yeah, for the most part, some of these girls, when they go back home, there's certain leagues. It's as simple as just like pickup league. There's some more adult leagues, but then there are some that are kind of essentially like a travel summer league that they'll go through back home and have some training sessions and be able to just to keep playing and not just work their summer jobs or sit on a couch or anything like that.
Okay, and these summer leagues, they play the same positions that you want them to play here?
It depends. It depends on, I guess, that team's need, but for the most part, those leagues are pretty accommodating because you do have a lot of college players and wanting them to progress and be prepared for the fall. So for the most part, I think they do.
You start your season after the 1st of September, which means August is a busy month for you, and it's really hot.
It is. We are actually, I guess, a week into preseason, so we were able to start before classes got started on Tuesday. And I think the average temperature for the most part, it was like 96
Yeah.
degrees. So we had to be really mindful of that, and we still have to be mindful of it. But athletic trainers with Sandy Campbell and all her staff have done a really good job of keeping us informed and what we need to get done. We've even brought in even like cooling stations up at the field if it gets too hot and things like that. So, but it is busy. We're trying to have training sessions that prepare us for the games, because they do come pretty thick and fast.
You got anybody to help you? Have an assistant?
Yes, my wife is our assistant coach. Her and I have been coaching together since we got up here in 2016, March of 2016. So it's been, an awesome blessing for us, because we get to work together, and her strengths are not my strengths, so it helps out a lot. She's a former college athlete as well, so she can connect with the girls, and she does a really good job of being able to kind of drive home kind of the character development, and she leads Bible studies and things like that. So she's helped out a lot. But both her and myself, we are Emmanuel soccer alumni. So we both played for Scott Borchers, who's the men's coach. So there's a lot of lunch discussions about each other's teams and just working through that kind of stuff. But they help out a lot as well, and I think we're each other's biggest fans and also biggest positive critics, so that we can help each other out.
That's good. The season starts on the 7th of September, and first, 4 games are away?
Yeah, we have a long kind of away trip, or slate of games that we're away, but some of them aren't too terribly far away. Like Anderson's just about 45 minutes up the road, but we have a few non-conference games that we start with. And the idea was to get challenging opponents that were within the Southeast region, so that ideally we can kind of test and challenge ourselves to see where we're at before going and jumping into conference. But then also, ideally, if we are able to get some results, then that might put us into contention for postseason play.
Looking at the schedule, 8 of the first 10 games are on the road. Is there a big home field advantage in soccer?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is probably not having to get out of class, not having to be on the bus for a certain amount of time and things like that. But I think that, we have a really good fan base, and the parents support a lot, so they travel to a lot of the games as well. But it is something that we do kind of build into our preparation for the games and things of that nature. But the idea is for us, one of our I guess core values or words or whatever you want to label it as, is just to be really resilient. So doesn't matter if it's home away, doesn't matter if it's 96 degrees, if it's raining, if it's snowing, whatever. We want to be able to play our game and really be together as a team.
So you have to wait till November to go back to show 1. So
Yes. We got a while to prep for that, but we actually have we're going to log a lot of miles, and both in and out of conference. We go to Lees McRae again this year. We go to Barton this year, and then we also go to Chowan. So they're not short trips, but the idea is that these girls are kind of used to that, especially the returners, and even the incoming players. The amount of travel that they do as youth players, and tournaments that they go to. We have girls from Florida, we have girls from Pennsylvania and things like that, and all around Georgia that are used to kind of traveling as well. So a lot of times those overnight trips are just like a tournament that they've been used to playing. So hopefully it's nothing too big of a deal.
All right, good luck this season, Nate, and we'll talk to you, I'm sure, sometime during the season, and we'll update people on women's soccer.
Sounds great.
All right,
I appreciate it.
Thanks
Thank
a lot. All right, that's it for this edition of Lions Pride. We'll see you next time.